Hey G-Squad, welcome back to episode of Is in Worth It. So today's episode we got this cool mismatch right here, and basically what this is a cooking pot set that includes a bunch of stuff on here, such as like frying pans, cooking pots, and all that other good stuff as well. Let me actually open up to show you guys what is actually included inside. So here is the first thing that's included inside, and everything else inside is all well packaged with a bunch of like protection layers on here. But let me just take everything out to show you guys what is actually included in the set. Alright, so once you guys take everything out, this is what's included inside. So you see there's a bunch of stuff inside right here and it's all nicely wrapped up. But let's take off all the wrappers on here first. Alright, so once we take everything out, this is what's included inside. So right here you see they provide guys a bunch of these utensils. So right here is like a spoon option. And the material that's on here feels like a plastic material or something, so you don't want to leave it for too long on your stovetop when you guys do use it. But for the handle, it actually feels pretty nice, and they do have a little hole for it to hang it somewhere if you guys want to keep it all organized. This is the next one, and right here we do have the third one. Here is number 4, here is number 5, and here is number 6. So they basically provide guys everything that you need, ranging from like the spoon or the scooper option to like the frying option to the masher option for you guys to scoop like a potato or something if you guys do want to. And then right here they do provide guys 2 different type of baking trays if you guys do want to bake like cookies or anything else. And they are oven safe for both of these. I believe for all these pots and pans they are oven safe as well. And right here they do provide guys like a user manual to teach you guys how to maintain and how to use the product. And right here they provide guys a bunch of these like glass bowls. So there's 5 different sizes available. And they do have 5 different lids available for you guys to use as well. So for example, for the top one right here, which is really small, you guys can use it as a little sauce bowl if you guys want to. But if you guys don't put stuff inside, you do have the option to use a lid to kind of close it up. Just like that, really easily. But I believe for the lid option right here is not leak proof or anything. So if you guys put like dry stuff in here, it should be fine. But if you guys do put like liquid, it probably will leak out. Same applies to the other 4 bowls that we do have here as well. And then right here, you can see we do have a bunch of pots and pans. So for the first one that we got right here, it is a 8-inch frying pan. If you guys can see and hear the material that's on here, it definitely has like that non-stick coating on here. And for the handle part right here, it actually feels pretty nice if you guys do grip it. Top part right here, we do have the little hole for you to hang it if you guys do want to keep it all organized. And then here is basically what the bottom part looks like. So I believe for all the pots right here, it has a slimmer design. So it does allow you guys to use a dishwasher to wash it. And you do have the option to use a gas stove top, electric stove top, and maybe induction cooktop as well. But that is the 8-inch one. Right here we do have the 10-inch one, which has a slimmer design as well, if you can see. And then right here we do have a 3-quart saute pan. If you can see how this one does provide you guys a lid option for you guys to actually cover if you guys do want to. So if I bring up close, here is basically what the pot looks like. So the material that they do use on here is real glass. And they do have the little hole for the steam to come out when you guys do use it. And the way how they design the lid or the handle part right here, it's kind of like a flat bottom design. So that way when you guys do put on the table, it should be fine. And then right here is basically the saute pan with the 3-quart. If you can see, this is what the product looks like from the side. And then here is basically what the product looks like from the bottom. And then right here we do have the 2-quart sauce pot. So they do provide guys a lid right here, and they do provide guys a pot right here. Everything is basically like a similar design where they actually have the bottom part with stainless steel, very nice handle, and it is a pretty small pot. And last but not least, we do have like a casserole pot right here where you can make a lot of stuff inside. They mentioned for this pot it is 5-quart, and they do give you guys 2 handles to carry around really easily, which is pretty awesome. But for this one, they do give you guys a lid option, and they do give you guys a pot right here. And the overall weight of the pot is not that heavy. It is actually pretty lightweight. One thing that I do want to let you guys know is that if it's your first time using product, you do want to wash it first before you guys use it. And when you guys do wash your product, you do want to make sure you guys use like the soft side of the sponge, since the actual product it is like a non-stick coating on here. If you guys do use like the hard side of the sponge, it will scratch the surface and it will damage like the non-stick coating layer on here. And then obviously, since it is like a non-stick pan or non-stick pot, you don't want to use like anything metal or anything hard. You guys want to use something like silicone material so that way it can prolong the life of the actual product. And when you guys do wash all these pots and pan or any other like non-stick pot or pan, you do want to make sure it cools down before you guys wash it. Otherwise, it might damage like the non-stick coating on here. But that is basically everything that's on the product. Let me actually go test out some of these or one of these to show you guys how it works and when it actually works first. And then we'll come back and talk more about it in a second. All right, so right here we do have the pot. So I'm using this one for the test because it's actually pretty big for what I'm about to cook later on. So what I'm gonna do is wait for it to kind of heat up first. And when you guys do use this pot, you do want to make sure you guys use it on medium or low heat and not on high heat. But once it heats up, then we're gonna add some onions inside to kind of stir fry it. All right, so it looks like it's good. Let's add the onions on top. So you can definitely just stir it around really easily, since it does have like the non-stick coating or the non-stick layer on here, and that makes it a lot easier for you guys to cook it. If you see how the product actually dries out the water pretty fast, so if you guys want to add more water on here, you definitely can. But when you guys do move it around, you can definitely see how nothing sticks on here. So I'm gonna actually add a little bit of water on here, and then I'll put on the lid to show you guys what it actually looks like. So basically go like this. Here's basically what the pot looks like if you guys were to put the lid on top. And you guys can see all the steam that's building up inside. And they do have a little hole for the steam to come out, which is pretty nice as well. So any second now you can start to see the actual steam coming out from the hole. And what I like about this pot in particular is the fact that it does give you guys a 2-handle option for you guys to carry around really easily. Whereas for the other pot has like 1 handle or just like a frying pan option with no lid. But you can see how fast the actual product cooks on here when you guys do use it. And it actually works pretty well. So if you guys do lift it up, if you guys want to put this down on the table, you do have the option because it has like a slight like flat bottom on the lid handle option. You can see it wiggles a little bit because it's not fully flat, but it does give you guys the option to put it on a flat table if you guys do want to. So I'm gonna finish cooking this and then we'll use it for something else in a second to show you guys how big the capacity is on here. Alright, so right here we do have the pot. I added 1 whole lettuce right here. You can see how big the actual capacity is on here. Let me close up the lid. And we'll come back and check on it once it's done. Alright, so if you guys do open up, here is basically what the pot looks like. So it's not fully done yet, but you can see the capacity that's on here is definitely pretty big for you guys to cook a lot of stuff. Like I mentioned, it is a 5-quart pot. But you see the product definitely does work for you to cook whatever you guys want on here. So nice little quick test of the pot and definitely actually does work and actually works quite well. So you see the pot that we use is basically this one right here. And the reason why I picked this one out of all the other ones because the capacity that's on here is big enough for me to use it for what I was cooking it with. If you can see the pot itself is actually still pretty wet because I do need to let it kind of dry. But regardless of which one I use, that is totally up to you guys. One thing that I do want to emphasize is the fact that when you guys do use any of these pots or pans, you do want to take care of it in terms of how you guys want to wash it, like how I mentioned earlier. Otherwise, it won't be a non-stick pot or non-stick pan anymore, and you don't want that to happen. But you can see from that quick little test, the product definitely does work and actually works quite well. But that is basically everything that's on the product. Now to unboxing and testing product. Now to answer the question of whether or not it's worth it or not. So for this set, I do have to say that it's pretty worth it if you guys want or need one of these. Especially if you guys are trying to look for a set that gives you guys everything that's included right here, then I do have to say that it's pretty worth it. But then obviously for those of you guys who don't want or don't need one or have one of these, then obviously don't buy one and save your money for something else that you actually do need. So that's basically everything for this video itself. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button in the bottom. That will definitely help this video out and it will definitely help with the algorithm as well to promote more videos for you guys so you guys can see more of the videos or similar videos as well. But as always, make sure to stay positive, be you, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Is It Worth It? Peace.